notice a little bit of a drizzle as you step outside the door. And because of some showers that we've had today, there is a potential for the remaining rain to freeze on the roads for this evening. So it's going to be important to be extra careful. But we're not expecting to get any additional rainfall for this evening itself. Now, luckily, the wind gusts have died down significantly since earlier this morning, still sitting at about 22 miles an hour in Dayton. But overall, I mean, earlier this morning, they were up to 40 miles an hour. So significantly calmed down. Same with those sustained winds have also calmed down. But they are going to start to pick up as we head into Tuesday. Merry Christmas Eve, everybody. And as we head out the door for this morning, if you are extremely sensitive to the fine particulates in the air quality is moderate for today. It's expected to continue to be moderate as we head throughout the entirety of today as well. Now, within the past few hours, it looks like we've had a light sprinkle or two, mainly within our northeastern communities. Those since diminished, but we will have sprinkle chances as we head throughout the rest of this morning and even for portions of this evening too. But we're not expecting any actual showers, so it should not get in the way of any festivities you might have planned for outdoors today. It's currently 55 degrees in Chattanooga, so a warm start to the morning, especially in Altamont at 60 degrees. As you head out the door today, you may notice a few bits of patchy fog on the roads. Not expected to be widespread throughout the day, but just something to keep in mind and just be extra cautious out there, because it will continue to develop as we head into the next few hours and then clear up before noon today.
Audrey, it's still a little warm out there.
Yeah, especially for this time of year. I mean, temperature highs are supposed to be sitting in the 50s right now with lows in the 30s, but that's not going to be happening for the next few days until we get our next cold snap. We will have our next cold snap starting on Monday, so definitely need to get ready for that. But within the past few hours, we haven't had any rainfall yet. We will have a chance just for a sprinkle or two, but not expecting any accumulation as we head throughout the day today. So both today and tomorrow, there are some sprinkle chances on the way. But we can see we'll have mostly cloudy skies for the entirety of today too, so a bit less sunshine, unfortunately, but it will still be warm overall with highs sitting in the 60s and in the 70s today. So I know the Scenic City itself will be sitting at 71 degrees for the high. Again, a few sprinkles on the way, and also some gusts will pick up. So gusts up to 25 miles an hour and sustained winds up to 15 miles an hour are expected throughout the day, especially as we reach portions of the afternoon hours. As we head into Saturday, those winds will die down a little bit. Even though it's just these two counties in our viewing area that have those advisories, we'll see if we have any more that are advised or issued. That's because this fog is super dense and widespread for this morning. But regardless, everywhere, I highly suggest not driving this morning unless you absolutely have to, especially if you live in a higher elevated area. That's where it's going to be even harder to see in front of you. I mean, we're talking a fourth of a mile or even less in front of you. And again, since it's so widespread, it's not just going to be for, you know, a short period of time you're driving. It's going to be for the majority of the time you are. So if you absolutely have to drive though, just be extra careful, leave room in between vehicles, don't use your brights, all that jazz right there. Now, as we head within the next few hours, it will continue to be rain-free for the entirety of today, not even expecting sprinkles, and we'll have mostly cloudy skies throughout the day today as well. And winds will be calmer than they were yesterday, but that's all going to change as we head into Sunday. Sunday, we'll have a few more sprinkles on the way, and also, too, we're looking at the chances for some more winds to pick up, and especially in higher elevations, so in the mountains and in the northern Cumberland Plateau, we could have the potential for damaging winds. So we're talking even wind gusts up to 50 miles an hour, sustained winds in some areas even up to 40 miles an hour. So this could cause, you know, some tree limb damage, potential roof damage. So we're going to keep an eye out on this, especially with the exact timeline. As it gets closer to time, we'll have a more exact idea of when this will move in. But as of right now, we're looking at this moving in at around 1 a.m. Eastern time. And so you can see this line right here. It's going to bring some rainfall too, not expecting any flooding though. Again, just some damaging winds, but we can see it is expected to weaken as it continues to move towards the southeast across our viewing area. But following this, we'll have some more rain showers on the way Monday morning, and even the chance for some freezing rain once the Arctic air continues to move in the valley, mainly in higher elevations as well. So that'll also be another risk that we'll be looking at and considering as we head into Monday morning itself. Now, following the morning time, once we reach the afternoon, everything's going to clear out. We'll actually have some more sunshine on the way, believe it or not, headed into both Monday and Tuesday. Now we can see here right now we don't have a marginal risk or anything. In fact, this is a 0 out of 5. But what we are looking at is a marginal risk far to our northwest. And so if this line does hold its strength, it could bring the same effect. So again, those damaging winds that I mentioned earlier, but they are expected to weaken as they move across. As we head into the overnight hours, we're just looking at mostly cloudy skies, still some calmer conditions until wind gusts start to pick up tomorrow. So throughout the day, we could have gusts between 10 to 25 miles an hour, but we're also looking at some sustained winds that'll pick up too, even between 15 to 25 miles an hour. So it's definitely going to be a windy day overall as we head into both tomorrow and even on Monday. But we can see here too for tomorrow morning, there is a chance for a light shower across the valley as we head into the morning time and even portions of the afternoon. Things will start to clear out, but then we do have this line right here. Not expecting any thunderstorms with this, but definitely some extremely strong winds for portions of the northern Cumberland Plateau. I'm talking sustained winds up to 40 miles an hour possible, which could definitely leave some tree limb damage and even some roof damage and potential power outages. So we're going to be keeping an eye out on all of this as we head into early Monday morning. But we're also looking at the chances just for some heavy rainfall, not expecting any flooding though with this. And then gusts up to 50 miles an hour are expected in higher elevations, so in the mountains. Now it is expected to continue to weaken as it moves southeast, but again, for the northern Cumberland Plateau, you guys do need to prepare and bring anything loose indoors so that way nothing flies away from these winds. As we head into the rest of the early morning hours on Monday, there will still be some showers following this system, and we're also looking at some windy conditions as we head throughout the rest of the day. In fact, highs are going to be in the upper 40s on Monday after we have that cold front move through. But with the wind chill and with all the winds, it's going to feel like it's in the 30s, even throughout the daytime.